Alright. So, today begins the white E36 project. Oh, there. This guy. So, I got this car running, semi-driving, blown automatic transmission. We're doing a manual swap. This car, from automatic to manual. We're going to cover everything. Not program the computer. It's actually very simple what it is, but we're actually going to do the computer stuff. We're going to do the clutch pedals. We're going to do everything. From automatic running and driving to manual running and driving is what this video is about. What are they doing? Hey. Anyways, we're going to get started. Okay, so I forewarning here, I'm going to document everything in general semi, and I'm not going to be doing like, I'm going to try and input a few things of me doing work, but not too much. So here you've got both exhausts, 3 15mm bolts on both of them. Your car may not have this, but mine had a bar going from that mounting hole across to here, just kind of like stability for the vehicle. Some of them have a full-on X bar, and that come up to these holes up here and those back there. But anyways, you may have to take that off. Then you come up this way. You've got these 2 bolts here for the exhaust. Come back furthermore, 1 bolt, 13s, as well as the 13 on the hanger right there, and then 13 on the hanger on the other side. Very simple, and we're gonna go ahead and drop this exhaust right now. Alright, so I started with the exhaust, but I kind of don't want to get super dirty tonight, so we're going to move on to interior stuff. No, this isn't going. So I just pulled the handle off real quick, and I'm taking off the center console. I don't want to keep all this semi-intact because these are your neutral switch and stuff like that. So we're just going to go taking this apart. I'll update you once I get closer to being done. Just take off all of your center console stuff. Mm-hmm. Are you recording? Mm-hmm. Okay, so don't quote me on any of this, because I will be honest with you guys. If there's one thing I'm not good with, it is interior stuff. I hate it. That's why I do race cars, because I can delete everything. So when I took my car apart, you guys might hate me, but I literally just grabbed things and was ripping them out because I knew what I was doing with it, you know? That being said, I'm trying to take this out clean, and what it seems like is these 2 are attached, obviously. And then you have, I'm sorry, this is upside down. My apologies. These 2 are attached, and then this is up here. So pulling the radio out will allow you to pull this out, and then you can disconnect all your plugs, okay? I will update you guys on the next step. Alright, so I just got a little frustrated, so I'm going to tell you guys. In my defense, the people that previously before me installed this wrong, and I actually went on and watched a YouTube video on how to do this, as funny as that sounds, because I'm making a YouTube video. You'd think that, no, I'm just doing something down there. Okay. Because I'm making the video, you think I would know what I'm doing. I do. The people before me installed this wrong. So anyways, this sets in here. There's 2 screws. This slides out. But the people before me put this under, like installed this somehow before this, so it was actually under it, and I couldn't get it out. Very frustrating. That comes off, that comes off. This with a little finagling and pushing of the front plate comes up and out. Then you can come to the front. Here, let's get this out of the way. Here, babe, you're in charge of the tools. Once you come to the front, you can either keep your e-brake boot on and tuck it through, or take it off, whatever you prefer. And then that comes up and out. then you can access the 110 mil bolt that's down here, and this section will get there. Then when you get to this section, it's just these 2 screws, they're down here. Alright, then you can get your screwdriver in here. Oh, and then underneath your dash, you'll find all kinds of exciting things. Oh, dude, this might literally be like, what is this? You got some old, very old weed. Another little baggie. You're gonna prefer a stubby screwdriver. You can, however, use a long screwdriver, but there is gonna be a Phillips right in here that you need to get as well. Why they made it so complicated, I don't know. Let me see, is there one on this side? Yep, of course, one right here. Alright, once you remove those, you're going to find another screw under here, because BMW loves these Phillips screws. Yeah, guys. Who thinks I need new gloves? Comment down below. Okay. Alright, so now that we've gotten to this stage, I want to say we can leave this on. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not sure. Only time will tell. You know, I'm doing this video just because I know generally what I'm doing, but this isn't what I do on a daily basis, is swap, you know, automatic BMWs to manuals. So I'm not a professional at that. But we're taking off the shifter assembly. So I think this will work. If not, we'll go even further. You got a few 10 mils here. That loosens up the shifter assembly. I don't need those anymore. Alright, so the shifter assembly is pretty simple. You got a 18 open end wrench. You undo this, slide it up and out of that hole. This one is just a little, this arm is just a little pin down here at the bottom. So you can pry that off, and then you've got 3 10 mil bolts, and the whole shifter assembly comes out. These cables we're going to leave here because we are going to do some stuff with them later, and we are going to end up doing, we're going to wire it properly with the clutch, so that way it knows when we're in neutral. It's going to know when we are shifting and all that stuff, if you guys want to know all that. Now when you take this up, that's actually the bottom of your car, that's your transmission there. So we'll get into all of that later. Nice. So it looks a little bit different. After we took out we came back down from up top on the car, and after the exhaust came down, what we did was we took off all this shielding over here. You can see all the like exhaust cover. We took that off, and we took off the go backwards. Took off all the exhaust covers. We took off the bracket that goes here. It's just 13s right here.
Shine the light.
Oh yeah, here we go. 4 13 mils right here, and a few 10s going along here on the sides to pull the plastic out. Then what you have is your drive shaft. Okay, that's going to be up here, 18 mil socket and an 18 mil wrench for either side, because it's a bolt and nut. It goes all the way through. Okay. And then once you pull the front portion off and that's free, you can come around back, and it's 4 15 mil nuts on the back of this flange right here. You take those off, and then what we're about to do now, and I'll show you, is these 2 13 mil bolts also, and then the entire drive shaft will actually come together and come out. So that's the 10. Watch your head over there. There's one. There's 2. Okay, so you just pull down the center, it'll be able to come out of the front, and then you pull it out of the back. And there's your drive shaft, 2-piece. Now when you look over here, it's not quite as intimidating anymore. You know, why is this? this isn't supposed to be all like that, but anyways, it's not quite as intimidating anymore. When you look at it, it's just the trans bolts come down, unplug everything, and disconnect it from the motor. It's very simple from here on out, and honestly, the whole process has actually been pretty simple. So, we're gonna get to plugging away on this. We're gonna start trans jack right here, undo these bolts, lower the back end of the motor, and we'll get the bell housing bolts, and we'll be back for when we pull the transmission out. Alright guys, and we are back. So yesterday we ended off with this guy. Transmission is almost out. I was able to get a tranny jack under there and lower the transmission, get most of the top bell housing bolts. There's like 2 more, and then I think there's some weird stuff with the starter, like the starter's got a starter bolt also hold on to the transmission. I think, I'm not sure. But the goal today is to take out the transmission. That's a little tough doing it by myself because my lovely assistant is working tonight. So that being said, I'll probably do that part with the car lower, like towards the ground. But we'll finish off everything else. I really want to finish getting the transmission out in this video, because then video number 1 will be removing everything. And then we'll get into pedal assemblies, we'll get into the electrical, we'll get into everything. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm kind of at the point where I can start taking off the bell housing bolts. You can do this at any point. There's no specific way to do it, but normally there's a rubber cover on that, but freaking BMW makes it so easy. Nice little opening right there. You spin it around. What you're going to do is you're going to put a socket or a wrench or something somehow on the crank, turn it until you see the bolts come out of there to where you can see them. Take them off, go all the way around, and yeah. Alright, so this part is kind of all about finagling it. We have undone all of the torque converter bolts. Those were 15s, by the way, and what goes on the back of, on the front of the motor was a 21, I believe, or 22 wrench. Super easy. You don't have to take out your radiator or any of that stuff. Stick a wrench under there, and it fits. The transmission as of now is ready to come out, minus all the wiring that's on it. So you're gonna want to be able to be semi-close, like this isn't too far of a drop. So you're gonna wanna be able to be close, so that way once it comes down, you can grab all the wires. Alright, so I've just got a table here that will hold the tranny, hopefully. I'm hoping to get a little jacker or something like that to maybe set up in the front, because this is kind of a drop. Alright guys, I am a mess, and I think it's a really good stopping point. We've got the automatic transmission out, all of the interior stuff out. I think that's a good stopping point for this video. And then tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, I might get excited and do some work tonight. But if that happens, I'm going to record, but it will not be in this video. I think this is a good place to stop. We have everything out. Next we can start on electrical. We can start no, we're gonna start on electrical. We're not gonna start putting the tranny in, but it's a good stopping point. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for the next video. It'll probably be a week from today. Anyways, I will catch you guys next video. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below, and see you next time, guys.